relations, that is a collection of tables with each table consisting of a set of rows and columns, to provide relational operators to manipulate the data in tabular form. Relational schema. A relational database program is standard tool for storing and analyzing data. A relational schema outlines the database relationships and structure in a relational database program. It can be displayed graphically or written in the structured query language used to build tables in a relational database. A relational database is a tool for digitally storing and analyzing data Relational databases are the backbone of many services on the internet and are used to generate web content for anything from news websites to banks. Relational databases typically store data in tables as records with predefined columns, similar to the way many people use spreadsheets. For example, a table storing customers' information might have a text column for the customer's first name, a text column for the customer's last name, and a decimal data column for the customer's total spending over time. Tables often include a unique identifier in each row known as primary key. It may be denoted by primary key symbol such as an image of a physical key in many graphical systems. Tables with the same primary key can be joined to pull related information, such as joining a table of customers' information to one containing orders. To understanding a relational schema for a database is an outline of how data is organized. It can be a graphic illustration or another kind of chart used by programmers to understand how each table is laid out, including the columns and the types of data they hold and how tables connect. It can be also written in SQL code. Database schema usually specifies which columns are primary keys in tables and which other columns have special constraints, such as being required to have unique values in each record. It also usually specifies which column in which tables contain references to data in other tables, often by including primary keys from other tables records so that rows can be easily joined. These are called foreign key columns. So we can create the statements and database schemas. A database schema is ultimately implemented in SQL through create statements. So these are commands to the database program to build or create tables with certain specifications. They specify which column constitutes a primary key and what type of data each column stores and which are foreign keys referencing other tables. So they also often indicate what indexes should be built on tables to allow them to be easily queried and analyzed without needing to go through each record to find data matching particular constraints. Usually, access the create statements or another representation of schema from within database program, although the command to do so varies from program to program. Some web development tools such as Django and Python and Rails in Ruby allow you to build database schemas and layouts using their languages. The schemas are a super key is defined in the relational model database organizations as set of attributes of relation variables for which it holds that in all relations assigned to the variables there are no two distinct tuples that have the same values for the attributes in this set. It can be defined as a set of attributes of a relational schema upon which all attributes of the schema are functionally dependent. Instances are actually content of the database at a particular point in the time. Degree means the number of columns associated with a relation or table. Cardinality is the number of rows in a table. Domain means the range of possible values for an attribute. Extension, the extension of a given relation is the set of tuples appearing in the relation at any given instance. The extension thus varies with time. It changes as tuples are created or destroyed and updated. Intension is the intension of a given relation is independent of time. It is the permanent part of the relation. It corresponds to what is specified in the relational schema. It is a combination of two things, a structure and a set of integrity constraints. Read-only data is repeated sometimes to increase availability. Types of attributes: simple attributes, composite attributes, single valued attributes, multi-valued attributes, derived attributes, and null attributes. So these are the types of attributes. Simple attribute that consists of a single automatic value. Example: role, marks, salary, etc. Composite attribute which can be decomposed further. Examples: first name, middle name, last name, address, etc. Single valued attribute that hold a single value. Multi-valued attribute that holds multiple values. Derived attributes that can be calculated or derived from any another attribute. Null attribute whose value is missing for a record. For example, if a record does not contain an assignment for the price attribute. So keys, concept of keys. Super key, the set of all attributes is a trivial super key because in a relation algebra duplicate rows are not permitted. Rows are a set, not a multi-set. The super key is also known as the superset key. A superset, a super key is a set of attributes within table whose values can be used to uniquely identify a tuple. A candidate key is a minimal set of attributes necessary to identify a tuple. This is also called minimal super key. Given an employee schema consisting of the attributes employee ID, name, job and department ID, where no value in the employee ID attribute is the ever repeated. We could use the employee ID in combination with any or all other attributes of this table to uniquely identify a tuple in the table. In real database, we do not need values for all of those attributes to identify a tuple. The candidate key, a relation is a minimal super key for that relation, that is a set of attributes such as the relation does not have two distinguished tuples with the same values for these attributes. So there is no proper subset of these attributes for which holds. Candidate keys are also variously referred to as primary keys, secondary keys, or alternative keys. The constituent attributes are called prime attributes. Conversely, an attribute that does not occur in any candidate key is called a non-prime attribute. Since a relation contains no duplicate tuples, the set of all its attributes is a super key if null values are not used. It follows that every relation will have at least one candidate key. The candidate keys of a relation tells us all the possible ways we can identify its tuples. As such, they are an important concept for the design of a database schema. Primary key is minimal set of attributes in a table that uniquely identifies tuples in the table. So let's take an example to understand the concept of a primary key. For example, table, there are three attributes: student ID, student name, student age. Out of these three attributes, one attribute or a set of more than one attribute can be a primary key. Attribute student name alone cannot be a primary key, as more than one student can have same name. Attribute student age alone cannot be a primary key, as more than one student can have same age. Attribute student ID alone is a primary key, as each student have a unique ID that can identify the student record in the table. In some cases, an attribute alone cannot uniquely identify a record in a table. In that case, we try to find a set of attributes that can uniquely identify a row in a table. So, points to remember regarding primary key is usually denote it by underlining the attribute name, column name. The value of primary key should be unique for each row of the table. The columns that makes the key cannot contain duplicate values. The attribute that is marked as primary key is not allowed to have null values. Primary keys are not necessarily to be a single attribute. It can be a set of more than one attributes. We should choose more than one columns as primary key only when there is no single column that can uniquely identify the tuple in the table. As we already had a table with data and we were trying to understand the purpose of meaning of primary key. However, you should know that generally we define the primary key during table creation. We can define the primary key as well, but that rarely happens in that real world scenario. And foreign key is a set of attributes subject to a certain kind of inclusion dependency constraints, specifically a constraint that the tuple consisting of the foreign key attributes in one relation R must also exist in some other relation S, and furthermore that those attributes must also be candidate keys in S. In similar words, a foreign key is a set of attributes that references a candidate key. The table containing the foreign key is called the child table, and the table containing the candidate key is called the referenced or parent table. In database relational modeling and implementation, a candidate key is a set of 0 or more attributes, the values of which are guaranteed to be unique for each tuple in a relation. The value or the combination of values of candidate key attributes for any tuple cannot be duplicated for any other tuple in the relation. The purpose of the foreign key is to identify a particular row of referenced table. It is generally required that the foreign key is equal to the candidate key in some row of the primary table. Foreign keys play an essential role in database design. One important part of database design is making sure that relationships between real world entities are reflected in the database by referencing using foreign key to refer from one table to another. Another important part of database design is database normalization, in which tables are broken apart and foreign keys makes it possible for them to be reconstructed. Multiple rows in the referencing table may refer to the same row in the referenced table. In this case, the relationship between the two tables is called one to many relationship between the referenced table and the reference table. A table may have multiple foreign keys, and each foreign key can have different parent table. Each foreign key is enforced independently by the database system. Therefore, cascading relationship between table can be established using foreign keys. A foreign key is defined as an attribute or set of attribute in a relation whose value match a primary key in another relation. Strong and weak entity.